nerves. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights, I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp. I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now in his glow.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
10 more there and another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Jack 16. Game. Snickers, you got to spin.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jack 16. Focus. All right, let's go.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Snickers, you got to spin. Lock 80. Double bump. Double.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a big 32-yard play on third. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Jack 16. Show that bench release and go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown from 6 yards away. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Takes both of them.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Nifty move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Get set, get set, get set.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Brees. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
42 the mic, boy, 42. 42 the mic. Where's that? Check Nick, we're good, we're good. Line 4, ready.
Now Brees on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Brees hands to Ingram. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Brees to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Brees now on 1st down. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
on second down, Kamara. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Okay, we got four. We got four. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Set. Blue 30.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sheldon Rankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On second down, Roethlisberger buying time to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The football going back over to the New Orleans Saints and a team this year, Charles, that really took off after that Week 1 loss. For me, it all came together Week 9. You think back to that game when they beat the Rams, knocked off their undefeated streak to start the regular season. So now, are the Saints really Super Bowl winning contenders? I mean, do you put them in that category?
Oh, I certainly do, and I think people were wondering how they would respond this season after what happened to end last season, the Minneapolis Miracle, where they ended up giving up the touchdown pass in the last play of the game in the play.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Set! 2:30. Eight. Rush the whip. Hey.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
180. Takes both of them.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Carr. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
4 down. Check. Ready. Ready for check.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, Charles, a year ago at this time, I asked you what your Thanksgiving plans were, so I got a funny answer out of you last year. I'm going to ask you again, what are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Trying to figure out exactly what time I can kick everyone out of my house so I can just hunker down and watch what's left of the football schedule. That's what I want to know.
Oh, come on. Your mother-in-law's coming in. It's going to be a great time at the Davis household.
But she can stay as long as she wants. She's family. But everyone else,
get out.
They have an expiration time.
What about the dogs?
50-50. Depends on how they act that day.
Well, when things go awry, you can just get in the car and head out for the airport because you got a game that weekend.
I certainly do. I will be headed to Charlotte, Seattle at Carolina that Sunday. Looking forward to that one. But even while I'm jesting a little bit about people being at the house, some of you I'm not jesting about. Hurry up and get out.
On the carry, it's Edmonds. Dances by him. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Okafor able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And incomplete on the deep ball. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Breeze now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They run it again with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Snickers, 66.
Now Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Snickers, 66.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Roethlisberger, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, it's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Breeze on the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
I do know that Joe Hayden was used to winning a lot of games at the University of Florida, and when it comes time for a big play in a big situation, he wants to be that guy, and he just pulled it off.
Yeah, he pulled it off, indeed, a huge interception to help put this game on ice. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Now he'll escape to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Flush to his right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Charles, you think Big Ben is happy to have Antonio Brown on the other side of his passes?
You know he is, but he also expects it. This is how their offense runs best. When those two get together, especially early, and continue to do it throughout the game, the end result is the one we're seeing right now. They're ahead on the board.
It has been early and often. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Again, it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Breeze will try again on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And that takes us from second to third down. Now Breeze. And the third down pass falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger being chased out left. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw here, Roethlisberger, escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
30. Snickers, you got to spin.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And this will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, You might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Focus. Jack 16. 50.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.